The mission. I wanted to get on here and be a little bit upbeat about coming back and making content and all this other stuff, but I'm going through some things mentally and I want to talk about it. So for those who don't know or do know, I was diagnosed with dysthymia almost a decade ago. Dysthymia is basically a low-grade depression. It's always there constantly. Some days it's better, some days it's worse, but it's always there. You can have happy moments and it's there. You can be sad and it's there, but it's always there. At least that's how it was described to me when I first got diagnosed with it. However, recently I have found a discovery. I was watching Healthy Gamer GG on YouTube, where he's a licensed therapist, and he was talking about dysthymia taking away your happiness. He talks about how dysthymic people are unable to gain happiness from within themselves. A normal person, 50% of happiness comes within themselves and 50% comes from external factors. However, dysthymic people, it's 100% for external. And then on top of that, it's not even just objects or things to do that are external factors. It can be other people, which then brings into this concept of a dominant other. This isn't a sexual thing. This is just what it is. Dominant other is this person that a dysthymic person will do anything to make this person happy, seek validation from, so that they can then feel happiness from. So within that, this person constantly lives in this idea of always trying to please others, seek validation from other people to then gain happiness from. Get whatever thing you want to use for obtaining happiness. However, this is not a healthy, sustainable thing because you're always constantly reaching for something that never comes. I think that's the difference between narcissism, where it's a person who doesn't feel things, doesn't feel happiness, and is always seeking some sort of validation from people that is a constant gain out of others. But the difference between that and dysthymic people is that dysthymic people are always trying to reach for something that is not obtainable. And on top of that, dysthymic person, for doing things that makes them themselves happy, they always deem it as it's not important, that there's always something else to do, something more productive. And thus they stop what they're doing to go try and do something productive. But then at that point, after dealing with that out of energy, resulting in dopaminic responses like TikTok and other things, porn, sex, etc. And this got me thinking. It led me down this whole rabbit hole of relooking at everything in my life, because there are a lot of people in my life where I was pretty much symbiotic towards, where it was like, this is my person, and that if I don't have this person, who am I? I started this channel with that. It was a separation from a person. I was always attached to him and we did everything, and that's so on and so on. So I created this channel as a means of doing things on my own, and amongst other people as well. But lately, it's got me thinking. YouTube has been this thing where I felt enjoyment in creating something that could potentially help others. However, with the level of where I'm at with making content, as far as like views and comments and subscribers and, all of the numbers stuff, there's less of it than I would like it to be, not because I'm all about the numbers. It's more so YouTube pushing the content out and thus a validation. It has then become a thing where it's like, oh, this is a thing that I enjoy. But that's a problem for people with dysthymia, because if it is only a thing that you enjoy, you don't seek energy into it. It doesn't become a priority and thus becomes a back burner to anything else in your life that has more of a priority, because obviously bills and family and friends and stuff like that. But I think we can fix this. The mission, I think, is we are going to purposely make this a parasocial experiment, a parasocial relationship between me and you guys. I think doing it this way and interacting between you and me is probably the only way that for me to find a drive into continually create content. Yes, unhealthy, and it's going to lead into probably a breakdown down the line when I get canceled over something I did 20 years ago. But I think in the meantime, this is just kind of what it is. And also too, I think this is the 2014, 2013, 2015 YouTube that really is that era of YouTube, is the parasocial aspect of it. Yeah, a lot of people are jumping on trends, but it's people who are doing trends rather than people being people. So I think this is the strat. So if you'd like to join me on this, please consider subscribing. If you already are, like the video, comment below, tell me how you're doing. And content soon. I've got a few in the tank for right now, but as far as schedules go, I don't know. We'll see how this dynamic goes. Now it's all on you. Now I'm peer pressuring you into, if this don't work out, now it's your fault. No, I'm not doing all that. But anyways, hope you guys are doing well. But that is my discovery. But yeah. Do I want to reword anything? It'll be fine, I think. It'll be fine.